Hello everybody, my name is Joel Engelberth and this is the Flip N Out YouTube channel. I stream every Wednesday night live here on YouTube with my brother every Wednesday from 10 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. So come enjoy, the stream live. Come chat it up with us. We have a ton of fun, and what I try to do with every game that Zach and Nicole let us borrow to stream is I try to do a tutorial video. So today I wanted to go ahead and film a tutorial for this. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Premium. I previously, before I got into streaming, actually owned the Pro. I owned the Pro well over a year. I really enjoyed the game when I had it. My friends and family loved it. The Groot mech here up the middle is a fantastic mech, a fantastic multi-ball, and just a good time all around. This is the Premium. What's different with the Premium than the Pro? First off, you see the big arms, the big Groot arms. They look kind of in the way on the screen, but not nearly. They really, in person, don't really feel like they're in the way. There's also two spinners on the Premium. There's a spinner there and a spinner there. Those aren't on the Pro. These flashers aren't on the Pro. And then if you look at the light show, every single insert on the game is RGB LED. So the light show on this game is fantastic. This orb on the Premium and LE also opens up. And then I think there's a kicker here on Rocket that is not on the Pro. So when that shot comes back at you, he moves. But overall, this is a beautiful version of the game. Zach actually got this in on trade. So there's a few mods on the game that are not standard. But overall, it's a beautiful, beautiful game and a ton of fun to play. But yeah, let's start off with what I normally do, which is talking about layout. Layout here, this is John Borg design. So two end lanes on the left, that's very normal with this piece of wire, this wire form, or this wire wall that the ball can hit and boink, go right to the left out lane. That is, that's getting Borged. That happens, and it's brutal, but it is what it is. On the right out lane, you do have a chance at a ball save. To light that ball save, you actually hit these two stand-up targets right there next to Groot's mouth. What else is there? It's a fan layout. It's a very approachable design. The design is very reminiscent to Metallica. So if you understand Metallica or you're familiar with Metallica's layout, this layout you're going to figure out very easily. The far left is a stand-up shot back here, the Yondu shot, very similar to the fuel target. There are 5 targets around the playfield. The Hadron targets, 1, 2, 3, there's one here, 4, and 1, 5. Those, you're going to hit those 5 to get Hadron the Enforcer, or the ability to kind of get 3 give me shots that you're going to do with your action button. This is the Guardians target. If you spell Guardians, you get a bonus multiplier. Then you have the orbits, the left orbit that has a spinner. You have the right orbit over here that also has a spinner. There's a control gate up there, so there are times when it will drop the ball down here into the pops. Up there at the pop, there are 2 lanes. You're also going to see 2 Nova Core targets. So 2 Nova Core, not targets, but inserts. So there's 2 up there. There's 2 at these end lanes and 1 right here. You're going to use that. I'll show you that. That's how you get a multiplier on one specific shot. You have the rocket shot. The rocket shot is terrifying. It's a kickback shot. So you hit it. It's a small shot, but once you hit it, boom, the ball comes rocketing. See what I did? Rocketing back down at your flipper. If your right flipper's up, you're in trouble. So be prepared when you hit that shot. If you hit that shot accidentally, it's going to wake you up. You just got to be prepared for that shot. It's awesome. The left ramp here feeds the left flipper. The right ramp over here feeds the right flipper. You got the Groot mech right in the middle. The Groot's mouth will open up. And so you want to hit his mouth, and then that's where you lock a ball. You can see how many balls you have locked based on the inserts there, the 1 through 4. As you get further on in the game, deeper in the multi-ball, you have to lock more balls. This is the orb mech, essentially. There's a drop target right here, so you'll drop that down, and then you'll shoot a ball back behind it, hit a target, and the drop will come back up, and it'll lock that ball right there. And that's how you end up actually starting that multi-ball. You do that process 3 times. Right ramp I already talked about. Then you got the right orbit over here with the spinner, and then you got that shot. You got that shot right there, the scoop. It's brutal. It's there, it's consistent, but man, you got to use it to upgrade, to get your extra ball, to start your modes. Dialing in and finding that shot, just like Metallica, is critical to being good at this game. But yeah, I think that's about it for layout. So let's go ahead and talk about code. When it comes to the code, you have 8 main modes in the game. They're right there in the middle. Right before you plunge, that's where you select what you want to do. If you look up there on the LCD, I see 54 seconds, and this mode has 8 shots. As I change, this mode only has 5 shots in 68 seconds. So you can kind of see how hard, like this has way more shots, but you also have way more time. So you can kind of see how hard a mode is going to be based off of how much time you have and how many shots you have. The reason Quill's Quest has so many bars is because his is a multi-ball. His starts off as a multi-ball. The other thing you're going to see that changes is like Quill's Quest here. These are the shots that are lit off the bat for Quill's Quest. Well, if I go to another one, you see there's different shots that change. So every mode is different. What you need to do in the mode is different. But you need to complete those 8 modes to get to the final wizard mode. Technically, you can beat every mode halfway. If you beat every mode halfway, there's kind of a mini wizard mode for that. Those are down here. Immolation, Initiative, and Save Xandar. One of them is the final wizard mode. The other one is the halfway wizard mode. I get them mixed up all the time, so I'm just going to admit to you that I don't know which is which. See what I did? But they're both fun, and there's both a ton of points there. So you either beat all 8 modes halfway, boom, you're in the one wizard mode, or you beat all 8 modes all the ways, boom, that's the final wizard mode. The other lights that are down there are Orb Multiball and Groot Multiball. Groot Multiball is through Groot, Orb Multiball is through the Orb right here, so I'll show those off. Those are also things that you can technically do halfway, or you can do in complete fully, and I'll try to show that off. So, I actually want to start with Yaka Arrow, which is Yondu, and the reason being is one of the shots for this mode is the pops. So as soon as I go in the pops, just like that, just plunging the ball, you'll see I actually got one of the bars up there. Let me hit the Yondu shot over there, so that should be 2 bars. Groot's mouth is a 3rd bar, and then this is the best part. If I lock the ball with Groot, it's going to keep that ball. So guess what? It's going to kick out another ball, and where's it going to go? Right into the pops. So just like that, boom, I have 4 bars out of 8. I've technically beat the mode halfway, and I've barely done anything. If I hit the right orbit here, it'll kick the ball back up there. There's another one, because remember, pop targets count. It's going to give me another one, because it exited the pops and came back in. You can see there's other blue shots that are lit. I'm just going to go ahead and hit this. That is me now beating the mode. You know a mode's beat because the insert is solid. So if I want to go ahead and get into another mode, what I think I'm going to do real quick, though, is I'm going to go ahead and lock another ball for Groot. So that's 2 balls locked for Groot. The Nova Core lanes up there, Nova Corpse, I've rolled over both of these, and I've rolled over both of those. So all I have to do left is roll over this right in lane, and now what do I see? I see all these green inserts. What that means is I have the ability to make one shot double 2x multiplier. So this shot now is 2x multiplier the rest of this ball. Let's go ahead and get into another mode. So to get into another mode, I'm going to hit the scoop. Let me select another mode. Let's do... let me do this one, Pod Chase. And the reason I want to do Pod Chase is because I want to bring in Groot Multiball. So another thing I haven't mentioned is you can upgrade a mode. So right now I only have 2 blue shots, but now that I've upgraded it, every shot is blue. So that's an easier way to help complete the mode, but I'm going to go ahead and start Groot as well. So for the mode itself, hit all the blue shots. For Groot, though, I'm going to want to hit all the green shots. This is such a great multi-ball start. You're going to see here, Groot, I am Groot. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. There they are. They all stick out. So, blue shots are mode shots. Green shots are the multi-ball shots. So, I'm just going to go ahead and try to hit every single shot. Why not? You can, come on. There we go. Throwing a ball around a playfield is surprisingly difficult. I don't know why, but it is. So Groot, let me hit Groot there. Groot will open his mouth. You can actually lock a ball, so there's kind of a way to like save that. Let me keep hitting shots here. Rocket, oh, the ball comes out so hard. Keep hitting blue shots. I think I just beat the mode. I got an extra ball too. That extra ball is because I've done 3 things. Oh yeah, it holds it for you. So Groot Multiball, you can see this thing is flashing halfway. Let me go ahead and hit Groot there. Let me go ahead and hit Groot. Okay, so now Groot's mouth is open. Let's hit more green shots. What I want to see is I want to see Groot's mouth start opening up. There we go. Come on, come on. You know what I can actually do is I can use my Hadron shots. So let me go ahead and hit those. Boom. There's 1. There's 2. There we go. So now Groot's mouth is opening up. So if you time it just right, that's how you get the super jackpot or the double super jackpot. There it is, double super jackpot. And now Groot Multiball is solid. So that's the process you have to go through to beat Groot Multiball. I'm going to go ahead and drain these 2. going to kick out the third from his mouth. Oop, and let's go ahead and start start locking balls here on the orb. So there's one. Here's the magnet. Whoop! You got to be prepared. That magnet can be brutal. So I want to get this all lined up. I don't want to start it though. Reason being, I want to go ahead and start a mode. And I'm going to start Antiquities. Reason being is the orb shot is actually what you need in the mode. So might as well do stack a mode with also what you need for that multi-ball. The other thing is this is a switch hit mode. So if you rip spinner here, it's an easy way to get a bunch of points or get progress towards the mode. You can see there switch hits remaining. But let's go ahead and start this multi-ball. The way this multi-ball starts is it's going to hold that ball. It's going to kick out another ball, and so with that other ball, I need to hit the ball that's being held, and that's how you start a 3-ball multi-ball. If you run out of time and you don't hit that ball out, you'll just have a 2-ball multi-ball. Oh, and the magnets are on the whole time, by the way. So I'm probably going to beat this mode pretty easy. I already did. I already beat the mode because it's just switch hits. So now I'm just playing orb. So let me hit all the shots. The one shot that's hard to see is the left, and the magnets are on, so it's throwing the ball all over the place. There we go. We're waiting for the orb shot to be lit again. I think I just have... There's the magnet again. There we go. You're going to see orb light up here in the middle. Let me go ahead and hit it. There we go. And then I have to hit it again. To do that, so that's hitting all 7 shots. That's hitting all 7 shots, and then once you've hit them all, not 7, hitting all the shots, once you've hit them all, you have to lock a ball, and then hit it with the other ball while it's locked. And that's how you complete orb. So that is me now completing 3 modes. 3 modes here. So let me go ahead and start a 4th. I know. Let me go ahead and start a 4th, because I want to show you Cherry Bomb. Let's do Sanctuary. The reason I want to do Sanctuary is when you upgrade Sanctuary, everything's lit. Which is good. So let's get this. Remember, we can get more Hadron shots here. So let me hit all those. So now that I have Hadron, I can hit this button 3 times, and that'll just give me 3 shots. There we go. And let's hit over here. So I'm already halfway done with the mode. Just keep hitting shots. And I just have 1 more. There we go. And Sanctuary's beat. So now that I've beat 4 modes, it's only the 4 modes that matter. You can see the scoop is going nuts, and that's to get to Cherry Bomb. I wanted to just show you these multi-balls, but let's go ahead and start Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb is one of my favorite mini wizard modes in all of pinball. It's chaos. It's 1 minute. It's a timed mode. 1 minute of endless ball save and all 6 balls going at once. It's nuts. See what I did? When you're in this multi-ball, you basically want to hit everything. So you try to stay as controlled as you can, but let's go ahead and hit every shot. And remember, it's endless ball save, so I'm just literally working my way around the playfield, trying to hit everything. Gotta hit rocket, which is terrifying. I need to hit the left orbit, which I think is my only shot left. Let me actually cheese it by using Hadron, because what I want is I want that. I want Groot to now be opening his mouth, open and close. So you gotta, in this chaos, you gotta time the shot just right, and boom, that's how you get your super jackpot in Cherry Bomb multi-ball. Worth a ton of points, especially because I have that multiplier on it. The fact that I have that multiplier right there. But that's about everything I wanted to show you in the game. The only other things after that is if I would have played another 4 modes and beat them halfway, I would have had one of the 2 wizard modes lit. And if I would have beat all those other 4 modes, that's how you get to the final wizard mode in the game. But otherwise, I think that explains it all. If I forgot anything, leave it in the comments. Tell me what I didn't happen to mention. But this is a very strategic game, easy to understand, difficult to master. You can definitely work your way through it in a fun way, but it's brutal. It can be very challenging. The outlanes are hungry. The magnet here in the middle will mess you up. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you can find one on location and have a good time with it. Huge shout out to Zach and Nicole for letting me borrow this one. It was great to have one back. And please check us out sometime live. But leave a like, leave a follow, or subscribe, all the things. Appreciate you guys for clicking on the video. And yeah, have a good day. See ya.